Bum, 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 bum.
Are we doing Lord of the Rings?
Oh, that would be awesome.
I thought so.
No, that would be bad.
That would be cease and desist.
Yep.
All right. Having made it over the wall of Bryn Shander to seek your quarry of Artus Cimber, you must now journey to the lone mountain in Icewind Dale known as Kelvin's Cairn. Your first step will be getting past the Frost Giant blockade. If you can do that without alerting the giants, you just might spare Bryn Shander some hassle. Next, you've a decision to make. You've spent enough time in Icewind Dale to know that dangers lurk in every snowy shadow. Only the most experienced locals venture into the wilds, but the roads up here are no safe bet either. Past the blockade, down the east way, the road splits north to Caer Dineval and Caer Conig beyond, the last stop before the lonely mountain known as Kelvin's Cairn.
Rough. We don't have our handy ranger anymore, so
Yeah.
yeah, might
Rough,
be.
rough. We have every
I'm Poochie,
cairn in the world.
Rockin' dog.
Truly excellent work.
I do well in the cold.
Oh man,
do we want to risk? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was hoping that I had that thing where I could throw my voice, but that was my gnome character.
Ventriloquist?
Yeah, right. Remember those awesome gnomes we were for like a day and a half?
Damn.
Oh, I
Listen,
remember.
You chose your characters.
I know.
Like, I don't know what you want.
I know.
I don't know what you want to. You could have all been gnomes from the start.
It's true. No, I was just hoping I had that skill to do.
I know. I chose wisely.
Ooh.
Gnomes are pretty broken. Bonus to Constitution, also just fucking resistance on all mental-based saves from spells.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal.
How far away are we from these giants?
I mean, that was up to you.
Well, we just landed,
So
right?
far,
Yeah.
we're outside of the town.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure how far the little.
Look, I think
was.
ideally,
The giant blockade is about 200 meters from the gates of Bryn Shander.
Okay.
So you
But we are
on
not at the gates.
No.
No, we
Right.
specifically picked not a gate.
Mm-hmm.
Not a doctor.
So we gotta still
cast invisibility.
That's true.
I have 2 spell slots that I can use on invisibility.
But you can only cast it on one thing
On
at a
yourself.
time.
Yeah, and it's a concentration spell.
You remember when small folk got +4 to hide checks? I remember.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it's
Pepperidge Farm
ridiculous.
remembers.
Just imagine if all small folk got it.
My stealth is my stealth is a +3. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, I mean, I specifically didn't put on the armor for the purposes of trying to sneak better, so
I can
might as well take advantage of that.
I can use Pass Without a Trace or Silence through my Shadow Arts. It'll just take key points.
I also have invisibility.
Okay,
Really?
so
Or
we've
this-
got
Yep.
so we have 2 people with invisibility and
Pass Without a Trace.
Pass Without a Trace. But what is Pass Without a Trace? Just you?
I can
I'm
make
assuming
someone
I can cast it
invisible
on
for
anybody.
me.
Let me see.
You should probably check out what Pass Without a Trace does. It is a
I feel like
broken
you can do it
spell.
on yourself or somebody.
It is a range of
Oh, no,
self.
it's just self. So never mind.
But keep reading. Read the spell. Read the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Because Critical Role used this spell a lot for.
Yeah, it says each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you. So yeah.
So sounds like you should cast that spell.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you guys, I can do things.
Yeah. Oh no, we knew that.
It just it means that we get a bonus to our stealth checks, and we can't be tracked except by magical means. So
Pretty good.
Okay, so
basically,
let's.
Maybe we don't
Won't
even
leave
need the
track of
invisibility, do we? Should we just try?
Visibility would give you advantage on stealth checks.
Okay.
might as well load up.
Pass Without
Yeah.
Trace gives you a +10 bonus to your stealth checks.
Mm-hmm.
Which I find odd.
It's a very specific and yes, quite broken. Yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable. A 13. I would get an automatic 13. So the worst that I can do is 14.
Yeah.
And
I feel
if we
pretty
all just
comfortable with that.
hold hands, we can
And
make a
walk
combat
very
line.
quietly. Okay, yeah. So you cast that, and then we.
We'll put Derelith in the middle because I'm pretty sure he's naked.
He's wearing
Gotta be cold.
wearing some pants. It's April. He's fine, or whatever the April equivalent is.
Doesn't have that nice
Yeah,
gangly armor on.
Probably like April-like.
Smarch.
No, we're about to march.
No, in March it would still straight up be winter.
Oh no, Smarch. Smarch.
Smarch,
Oh, yeah,
lousy smarch weather.
Lousy Smarch weather.
It's chess. It is CHES is the current month, which would be
Nice.
the spring equinox is the 19th of chess. Actually, I think it's the 19th, like it's chess and then the 19th because they like just add days.
So now we got to
to
call our move the Queen's Gambit because we're in chess. So
It's only spelled with one S.
Still.
I also have if you only watch the first episode of Queen's Gambit, which I have watched, it's about a young orphan who ODs on tranquilizers.
yeah, sometimes.
I mean, it's
Sounds
not
pretty good.
about that.
sometimes she doesn't.
That's how the
OD.
first episode ends, and
Yeah.
that's all I've seen. So as far as I know, that's how it ends.
A really good show.
It's very
This girl's
good.
really good. This
By
girl's
the end
really
of
good at
it, I
chess,
was like,
and she really likes
Critiquing
tranquilizers.
the people trying to play against her. I was like, what a fool. I can't believe they opened with that. She's obviously going to use this. And I was like, I don't know. How do I know chess now?
There was like
now.
a 60% increase in chess sales in the States because of that show.
Because it was like the only show that happened during the beginning of the pandemic other than Tiger King. And everybody was like, can't afford a tiger with the stimulus. So I'm going to have to buy. And everybody was buying chess sets. It was
Also,
fucking ridiculous.
chess is a very inexpensive hobby to get into, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can literally just
pay
buy
money
a
to
board in
tournament.
pieces for like $10 or less.
See, that's the whole point of the show. She couldn't afford it, so she did chess.
She couldn't afford her drugs, you mean?
Oh, no. Because she was a kid. They grew up in that orphanage all alone. No family was getting her, so she would just play chess because that stimulated her mind. And then she couldn't afford to do the events, so she had to find money that way. And then the more she won, the more money she got. And that was like, it was literally sustaining her. Keep watching. Keep watching.
No, I think I'm good. I watched what I needed to watch.
Anya Taylor-Joy's so good in it.
She is.
TC Vintage says you actually couldn't get a chess set in a store in like half of Southern Ontario. Huh. If you go to J&J's in Waterloo or Kitchener, they have
Waterloo, yeah.
they have chess
They
sets.
might have also been sold out though.
I would just say, why don't you already own a chess set?
I do.
I have
multiple.
3.
Never
So.
mind.
Yeah, we have like 2 in my house.
Yeah. For the record, it came out in October. The pandemic had already been happening for 6 months.
Whatever. I remember everybody was talking about it forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Time
Yeah.
is
There's
weird.
a full.
My bad. My bad. It was Tiger King, and then the only show that came out months later was that show.
Yeah.
So let's do our Queen's Gambit. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's the point I was making.
Yeah. I don't know
that's
why.
a good-
I was like, I know they didn't come out at the same time because I was super depressed. I was super depressed watching Tiger King. I talked about
I
it
get
at
that.
length.
It was Tiger King and Animal Crossing was the same time. Was
Yes.
the beginning, and then nobody was able to get exercise equipment because everybody bought it all. Then October happened, yeah. Then
Yeah.
Queen's Gambit.
There was an overlap with the toilet paper and bread and bread flour outages of 2020.
There was like
yeah.
four waves of that.
Oh,
Chess and sourdough. That's all. That's all we need.
man. Yeah.
Anyway, let's hope these frost giants don't use the Sicilian defense.
Or as long as they don't act like Carol Baskins and try and kill everyone.
Yeah.
I
Huh?
hate that I only saw
took that from
part of
TC
that whole
Vintage.
thing. My family kept watching it, and I would just walk in the room, and I was like, why? And they're like, there's nothing else to watch. And I was like, there's always something else to watch.
Well, I've
Not
rolled
new.
perception checks for the Giants. So
Nice.
it's up to you.
So
I
we
rolled
need to
for us.
roll our slighted. Okay, so we got a plus 10 to that, right?
It would be stealth.
Roll stealth, yeah.
Well,
I
mark
got
off your key points.
Yeah. I got a natural 20, so that's
Yeah.
33 in stealth.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Am I actually?
We all get plus 10 to
Okay,
whatever we
awesome.
did. No.
Are you what?
So I got 10. So that means I got 20 in total.
Oh.
23.
I have 23 total.
So plus 10 of that? 33. Damn.
Okay.
So I got the
Did you roll?
crappiest.
Did you roll 23?
No, I have a plus 5 on my stealth.
Oh, he's
And then he
getting fancy.
added his roll, and then he added
Yeah.
10 to his roll.
Yeah, that's valid.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
I think we're all doing okay.
I really hope there's
stealthing. That means you're moving at half speed, and you're already moving at half speed because it's difficult terrain. But I assume you're basically double moving. So you're basically moving 15 feet. I'm sorry, 30 feet every 6 seconds. So you're moving 2 feet per second.
Got this.
Nice.
All right.
I can do this for up to 1 hour, guys.
Less than a meter per second.
Ugh.
And the giants are about 200 meters out from the wall.
Oh.
And then, I mean, it's up to you when you want to work your way to the road. But I'm going to guess it's more than 200 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a solid. We gotta creep at least 200 or so feet past them.
The thing is, it's a lot. It's a lot of checks, right? That's the thing.
So let's say, not necessarily, but let's say you want to go 400 meters. Sorry, 400 meters, and you're going, let's say 0.9 meters per second, because it's gonna matter because that spell only lasts an hour.
I can cast it again.
You can.
Only one more time, because well, actually takes up 2 key points. How many key points do I have? Yeah, only one more time.
Okay.
It takes up 2 key points. It's a lot of energy.
Per second, though.
Where's my...
54.
It's like, should we have done invisibility, pass without a trace, invisibility? Just sandwiched it? It's okay. I'll cast it twice.
Well, luckily, at that speed, you could make it 3.2 kilometers before the spell wears off.
We're good.
Okay.
Fine.
Right.
That's why D&D uses math, and it
is math.
will never stop using math.
It is important.
Yeah, I just wanted to see.
That's why you need to learn the Pythagorean theorem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, we don't use that anymore because it's non-Euclidean geometry in 5th edition. And I'm not going to have you make... How many checks would that be?
It's just a joke.
That's a lot of checks. Every 6 seconds?
Yeah, that would be a lot of checks.
It would be a lot of checks. Because you make it 54 meters per minute. That's why... So I multiplied that by 60, and that's how I got the... So yeah, you sneak past the giants.
Yay!
There you go.
Yay.
Did it.
Hooray for monk powers.
And,
Look at me with my one spell.
And you guys have pretty good rolls, so like nothing else is probably going to notice you either.
Nice.
Like those are pretty. Like something would have to be there, like maybe a hawk, you know.
With a good eye.
He's not here.
Yeah.
He's in the other show.
Hey!
Hey!
I meant the bird.
So did we all? You did it. Okay, so are we going to the road now?
Yes. After...
Where you can move at normal speed again.
Okay.
So you can move with that pass without trace, not stealthing. Which I guess at that point, basically for the more than 3 kilometers, you won't leave a trail either.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Because that's what
Even
pass
if we
without trace
sprint,
does. I mean, if you want to pick up your pace, you can. It is 10.5 hours from East Haven along the road to Caer Dineval.
Oh.
Okay.
Got this. Got snacks.
We got snacks.
I know how to make wood into a fire. Got this.
Yeah. I have a +1 survival and some book about mountains.
Well, you're not in mountains.
But we
might
could
be
be
eventually.
in a mountain soon.
Well,
Like
Caer
3 days from
Dineval
now.
is not. Caer Dineval is the first stop before Kelvin's Cairn. Because then it's several hours to Caer Konig, and then you have to track. There's no path from Caer Konig to Kelvin's Cairn. And I'm now going to roll for, because I'm guessing you're not going to keep casting Pass Without a Trace. You're just going to do it the once. So
I feel like
we'll
it's
do it the
relevant
one
to point out that there's at least one mountain spot right at, like, straight up from Caer Konig towards Kelvin's Cairn.
those are hills, not mountains.
Oh, okay.
It's all conjecture at
It's a
this
pretty
point.
steep boy, though.
Well,
I'm
hills
sure
can be steep.
the audience doesn't care either way.
No. They just want more puns, apparently.
See?
Now, my question is, are you guys going to walk? Are you going to walk the whole 10 hours? Because then you're going to have to make constitution checks. 3.
How?
I mean, we have no other way of doing
Yeah, I was
anything.
gonna say.
Probably
No,
take-
no,
What I mean is like you can
stop.
stop.
Oh,
and-
I would say we take a stop probably maybe midday. Well, we left at midnight,
not
right?
No, you
No.
left first thing in the morning
First thing in the morning.
before the sun came up.
I thought it was dark still.
That's before the sun
Yep.
comes up.
Yeah, before
That
the sun
makes
came
sense.
up. You got up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
All right. This critical roll
been a
die
long
is
road.
not rolling high for me anymore.
How did I miss that one?
Our Star Trek
Let's-
friends.
Maybe let's make our way to where that crossroad is, and maybe cross into the
Right.
woods. In that triangle, and then maybe like chill out there for a bit. Because that's about half the journey. I don't know.
Well, like, the game doesn't care how you travel in 8 hours. It cares that you travel
Okay.
for 8 hours, and then
Okay,
any
okay.
more travel than that will cause you constitution checks.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Well,
we're
it
gonna
is a
take a short
10-hour
nap.
run, so we should stop somewhere. That's
Yeah,
what I
for a
think.
short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was what I was trying to say before, which was that I think that we should, like, about halfway through the journey, we should take a short rest. But
Agreed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then it fixes my key points.
Right, but are you going to travel the last 90 minutes at the end of the day to Caer Dineval, or are you going to stop for the night and make a camp?
oh yes, we will go to Caer Dineval. Yeah, I think. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then we can take a long rest.
So it doesn't
Then
matter
we can
if we take a short rest in the middle.
It doesn't, as if you travel more than 8 hours in one 24-hour period,
Okay.
you're going to have to make constitution saves or checks,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saves.
Yep.
So, for that 8 to 9 hour, go ahead and roll me a constitution.
Ooh,
13.
Oh, for once I actually did okay. I got 20. I always fail these ones, so
19.
21.
Oh, look at
Awesome.
us go.
Well, everybody rolled over 10, so
I think we had every year of the pandemic, right? 20, 21.
Oh. Thanks for the sub.
who subbed?
SF Game Haven Gaming.
Ah, nice.
Blew this up just for that.
All right, well, there is another. So, it's the last half an hour, you're going to have to make another constitution check.
okay.
Do it.
Oh, good. That was a leaner there. 18.
Okay.
I hate it when it's cocked.
It looked like 6, and then it went.
24.
Eric got the pun.
I got 17. I did.
I
So as long
ignored
as
it.
you rolled over 11, it doesn't sound like anybody rolled under 11.
11.
Awesome.
Yeah. So no points of exhaustion for anyone.
Final.
And you make it to. Also, I rolled randomly, and there were no encounters. Just nothing.
Wow.
Nice.
So
Nothing
good.
showed up. I rolled a
Everything's scared of the
D12 10
giants.
times and didn't get higher than 8.
Yay. Awesome.
All right.
The luck of us tonight.
The luck of us.
Last of us. Good. I choked like
Ooh.
it became verklempt there for a minute.
Is the Hamlet of Caer Dineval.
Do it to me, bro.
Ooh.
Wow. That's very cute.
Snow
is.
covered. Well, let's say a snowy path leads from Caer Dineval to the Eastway, which is what you're taking. 10 and a half hours.
Not the port.
Whether arriving by land or by lack, i.e. the water, which is still mostly frozen, visitors are immediately confronted by the fortifications for the town, which is famous. Its cliff-top fortress, known as the Caer, and the ruined watchtower at the mouth of the frozen harbor. Most of the town's buildings, which date back to the town's Cormyrean founders, align the path that winds down the steep slope from the Caer to the harbor, whose docks are perched on the rocky shore.
Nice.
So you guys are arriving from the south. So that means that path. Well, I can right there.
Yeah,
this
we're over
is
there.
This is the path you're coming along.
Like that it
this
makes
is
a big C.
This place is very small. Obviously, up on the. This is the elevated section here. it's like a motte and bailey if you consider this the motte and then this the bailey down below. So
My second favorite Bailey. And Laura, of course.
I mean, that's where the name would have come from.
Do we see lights as we approach? Like
oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, people are going about their day. There's people on the docks breaking up ice. One of the things that would have happened if you'd had traveled by land up to Icewind Dale, one of the things that would have happened is people would have been hauling blocks of ice south from Icewind Dale into other parts of the world to sell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
It's like in Frozen.
Keep your fridges cold.
I mean, that's a real thing that would happen. Is they would send up a ship and then haul a bunch of ice and then bring it back down and like, here's your ice cube, sir. It used to be 6 meters long.
Yep, and that's why it costs 1 gold.
That's right.
You put it in your drink and it's worth it.
I've seen Frozen. We are cutting ice. We are cutting ice.
I don't think that's how it goes.
The song?
Isn't that like the Whalers on the Moon song? I think we're getting them mixed
We're
up.
whalers on the moon. We carry a harpoon.
Harpoon. Oh, Jesus.
Though we
Fucking
catch
love
no
that
whales,
show.
we tell tall tales and sing a happy tune.
B-Tune.
So there's a small castle.
Whalers.
I feel like we reference that show every episode.
I mean, Futurama is a prolific series.
So good. Let's find a tiny house to hole up in.
Yeah, let's see if there's an inn.
An inn, probably.
I was gonna, like just walk up to a person and ask them if there's an inn.
There is. They say
They have an inn to the inn?
down by the water or the ice, depending on who you ask. On the north side, with this building here that I'm pointing to, is Deneb's Rest. It is a drafty old building with boarded up windows and a crooked weather vane shaped like a rearing dragon. And it is not the nicest inn you've ever been to. But it is available.
Nice.
Okay.
Say about me.
Yeah. Randomly, so I have the history of Icewind Dale parts 1 and 2 that I have read in my inventory. Is there anything else about Caer Dineval that would be relevant in terms of a safety aspect for us?
I think
that I recall.
Don't eat the yellow ice.
Yes,
never
important.
eat the yellow ice.
Very important.
That's it's lemon flavored. Which case you do eat it.
You see a lot of lemons up here.
Monsters ate the snow cone from the Yeti.
Exactly.
Abominable. I think the Yeti adorable.
This is what your history of Icewind Dale would probably an appendix would say. Caer Dineval is located along the northwestern bank of Lac Dineshire, not far south of Caer Konig. It is situated in a half circle around Knucklehead Harbor, with the Caer Castle overlooking the harbor from the cliffs of Deneb in the east.
Pretty accurate.
The Deneb family, displaced from their home in Cormyr, originally built the castle in 1050, hoping to claim all of Icewind Dale for themselves. They abandoned it 8 years later due to an orc siege that eliminated the town's population. Either by death or by forcing them to flee, the Deneb starved after 3 weeks inside their home and were too weak to fight back when the orcs got inside. A decade later, the castle was retaken from the orcs by the ancestors of the current townsfolk.
Hate it when orcsies go wrong.
The town's let's see. Knucklehead Harbor, the small anchorage, served the town's fleet of ships. The Caer, the only standing castle in town. There's an upscale tavern in the northeastern part of town that serves brew from good mead and food from Bryn Shander, but not right now. A ruined watchtower at the southern edge of the town near the harbor, and several warehouses. That's it. This place is like a blip on the map.
Yeah.
Caer Konig is much bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really? Okay.
Well,
this
much
was gonna be
bigger.
the last one.
Care Koenig is like twice the size of this place.
Oh, okay.
But there are, not everybody can live there, and this is as good a place as any for some people to set out for there.
Yeah. I just assumed it was going to get more and more desolate as we went north, but okay. All right. Well, that's good.
I mean, a shit ton of dwarves used to live beneath Kelvin's cairn, and some of them might still do. Here is from Rhyme the Frost Maiden, a lovely
Find
picture.
the dwarven holes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
That's very pretty.
Caer Dineval is built on the rocky shores of Lake Dineshire, with Kelvin's cairn looming behind it.
I love it. I love it.
Is there a mayor or a town council of sorts
The
here as well?
speaker lives in the Caer.
Because it might be worth just warning them about the shenanigans that's going down in Icewind.
Isn't it really late right now, though?
It's not that late.
No, it's probably like 6 p.m. because you left at 4 a.m. and you've been traveling for 10 and a half hours.
All right.
Oh,
Well, I guess
You
since
get
it's not
settled
that
in
late.
and then go?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe let's get a room first and then find out who we need to talk to from the innkeeper, maybe.
This
but
is
that's
a
good idea.
bare bones tavern. It's only going to be probably half a silver per person a night, and you
Nice.
probably have to share one room.
That's fine.
That's fair.
And
I can
it's
share.
Is
We're
there
all
food?
dead.
it's probably not even a bed. It might just be some cots.
That's okay. I'll pay the 2 silver.
Is that all your cot?
Do they have a kitchen, though?
But there is a tavern.
But there's tavern.
This town is small enough that you can walk from one end to the other in 3 minutes.
I
right?
like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
This would be I bet in summer this might be a beautiful B&B,
Oh, I bet it is.
right?
What's
there's
the
Right
like,
now it's
What's
winter,
name?
and this
there's
is
30
D&D.
buildings here.
What's the innkeeper's name? Are they friendly?
They are friendly. I don't have a
rolls
name.
for
and I'm
Their
not gonna
name
make one
is NPC.
up. Yeah.
Do you think that we
It's
can
a
butter
gorgeous name.
them up and just learn a little bit more about the town, specifically what the speaker's name is? Because we have some news for the speaker. We just want to
The
make sure we address them
speaker is
appropriately.
Crannock Seaver. They speak for the townfolk.
Nick.
They're they're all right. The speaker's a bit of a bully, but they do what's best for Caer Dineval, so everybody kind of just puts up with it.
Well, we've just traveled from Bryn Shander, and there's a situation that we want to let the speaker know about.
But this isn't this is the kind of place you just go and knock on someone's door.
Okay, all right. We
But
didn't want
you want to go talk to
offend.
him. Just you got to hike up the hill.
Certainly.
There's literally 100 people live here. This place is
Yeah.
teeny.
All right.
So I don't think anyone's gonna be you want to talk to the speaker? Go and talk to the speaker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, is there a special at the tavern that we should know about? Some sort of good food?
Yeah,
Or
it's,
something we should
it's-
avoid?
It's last year's salted knucklehead trout.
Nom nom.
Okay.
Nom nom.
How do we always end up on food? It just. All right. Let's have a
it's
double cheeseburger in the
what
food.
we
I had
really
Harvey's
want in
tonight.
life.
It was very good.
Ooh,
I
Harvey's is great.
went to this place on Pape called King's Drive-In or Dine-In, and I ended up going back the next day because their cheeseburger was so good and their fish and chips was so good. So anyway, I've got one saved up just in case of the game, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's driving. You were right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, their fish and chips. I don't know. I guess it's just been so long since I've had anything like that, so it was delicious.
Hydrate.
We've been challenged to hydrate.
Shoot, I'm out of sake.
All right, I got plenty of water.
How do you
And to drink the sake.
mark these
Oh.
off that they've been done?
In your
Oh, fuck. Another hydrate.
in your creator dashboard on the left side, about halfway down, there should be a thing that says reward queue.
Ah,
And then you got to mark that off. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a mini one. Ready?
A mini hydrate? Oh, a mini dab.
No, mini jab.
Who is doing all this?
oh damn.
Me?
Looky.
I'm supporting our channel. Everybody dab.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
It's okay. That's why I like the mini one. As a teacher, my students would be like, dab. So I'd come up to look and I'd be like, oh, are you studying? And I
It
already
didn't
have my
work.
hand like this,
Cool.
and I'd be like, dab.
Dab.
Great.
I wish they had this in OBS.
I modified the emote and it didn't show up. That's cool.
Oh, that's weird.
See the fresh pots?
Oh wait, it looks like
Do you have sunglasses on now?
yeah, sunglasses.
You got another dab,
Well, yeah,
guys.
you can modify emotes with points.
Anyways, I guess,
hurt my arm.
You hurt
You
your
could do
arm.
anime
No.
poses like the Olympians did.
Isn't it this? The fusion dance?
I wasn't
Do
doing
this thing?
fusion. I was doing the one from One Piece.
Lauren's beside me on
Hey, let's do fusion.
the
Wait, I'm this
thing.
way.
Eric, do it with me.
Guess I'll go this way.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It worked.
I have no idea which side I'm facing.
I gotta add these to the channel
Okay.
Oh,
points.
I'm in the top left, so I'm just pointing to Brit.
We should just be like fusion. We have to stop and do it. We could form Go tanks. My life would be made. I wish. I love Go tanks.
Dragon Ball
Hell yeah.
Z.
No, it was Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z.
Zidu.
Zetu.
Yeah.
Zeto.
Yeah. The speaker is a.
An actual speaker, like a megaphone.
No. It's a. He's a
His
man
name is
in his
Audio
mid-30s,
Technica.
and he's kind of. we all heard the news at the same time.
Newscaster voice?
Yeah.
What's it coming for me again?
Yeah.
so.
It never stops. Never
Coming
stops.
to you live from Hamilton.
It was so weird. It was so loud and clear.
He's
Yeah, I
like
was-
5'7"
somebody's
and like
in my ear.
200 pounds of like pure muscle. Like if he were a foot shorter, he'd look like a dwarf. You suspect he could. If it weren't for the fact that he had a full head of hair and a full beard, you'd be like, this guy could be a mull, which is a half dwarf, or a mule if you want to be an ass. Get it? Yeah.
Or a mole, like a sleeper agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's just like, what do you want?
Visit rollvision.ca to arrange your
Well, we've just you hear it again.
Jesus.
You know what? I'm gonna let the gnome explain it, okay? Because I seem to be
Something.ca is all I heard.
I feel like this is what message sounds like in real, like when you really
Yeah,
receive
yeah.
D&D,
You're
like
like, what the
somebody just
fuck?
appears here and you're like,
And you just hear, are you pooping?
yeah.
So we're here for a couple of reasons. I don't know if you have heard from any travelers of late, but giants are currently besieging Bryn Shander, and they seem to have no intention of stopping.
Sieging, huh? Like they're throwing rocks and stuff?
Yeah. They
Really?
are looking. They're looking for a man who apparently is no longer in the town, but they do not believe that. So just be aware.
Like, what are you supposed to send the militia or something?
Uh,
I can
You
rustle up
got-
the boys. We go kill them giants lickety split.
they have a lot of people there that could kill the giants. I think maybe you
Yeah,
don't
Bryn
want.
Shander's a bunch of wussies in their big walled city. Meanwhile, this guy's
Oh,
living in a
you-
keep.
Yeah, I'm like,
Above
oh
town.
no, I absolutely agree with you. They were very rude to us when we tried to help, and they honestly they
Yeah,
didn't let
city
us
folk
leave.
are always like that. Always rude. Always interrupting.
This is what I've been
interrupting
saying
people.
for years. Yeah, no.
They're the worst.
Yeah, but no, you should keep your boys here because the reason that we came up here has become quite apparent. Have you heard across the water as of late from your rival town, East Haven?
Our rival town is Caer Konig. East Haven's. That's not really our issue.
It's not really your issue
Yeah.
that the town is currently overrun with demons?
The what now?
Yeah, I think it might be your problem if it's not currently.
No, we got a whole lake between us. Yeah, everybody knows demons can't swim.
They can walk though, and it turns out that there is a shoreline between you
Yeah, but they don't
and
like the
East
cold.
Haven.
So that's not gonna happen. It's fine.
You know that we're in springtime now, sir. Just want to make sure that you are aware of the weather outside.
Oh, it's beautiful. He's wearing shorts.
Yeah, like
Right.
so yes.
I
it
don't
is-
think he's concerned. I think it's fine. It's fine.
Listen, if East Haven's got a problem, they got to assemble the council in Bryn Shander, and all the speakers will all show up. We'll all have a meeting, and then we'll all decide what to do. That's how it works here in Icewind Dale.
Are you friends with the mayor in East Haven, perchance?
East Haven has a mayor?
Oh man! All right. We just wanted to let you know. We just wanted to let you know that yeah.
Just to be clear, if someone comes here purporting to be the mayor of East Haven, I would strongly recommend that you not open your doors to them. And in fact, perhaps bar all the doors and try and light them on fire. Just a thought.
Well, that seems
but certainly
way
do
more
not,
work than just stabbing somebody with a spear or a sword.
I suspect that it would be very difficult for you to do so. You are very powerful and strong, but
And he's like, I know, I am very powerful and strong.
But you're too short, so you can't fight him.
All right, we're gonna let the gnome do all the talking from now on. It's just too good. It's just too good.
That's why I
I'm
just
sorry,
let
sir.
her go.
Facts are facts. Listen, if I can't beat him, you certainly can't beat him. You're not that much taller than I am.
To make one pun a game, and that's it.
He's like 2 full feet taller than you.
Okay, we're good.
You're not that much taller than I am.
I grabbed the gnome and we start shuffling out. Okay, thank you.
I love how that's always what we do. We just pick her up and like we're done. It's just like, incredible.
When it's time for me to go, I don't know. I don't know social norms. You guys have to tell me.
The social gnome doesn't have social norms, though.
Have you ever seen Silver Linings Playbook?
Yes.
No.
There's a line and it goes, "You say more mean things than you say nice things," or something like that. Is what I think it's something like that.
All right. Well, we're close to the tavern, right? Because wasn't it in the north?
Yeah, the tavern.
Yeah.
The tavern's
all right.
So.
We'll go to the tavern then and eat.
Right.
Before
if
we
the
go
tavern people
to bed.
were nice, we'll tell them about demons.
Everyone else in town is fairly friendly, not like open arms friendly, but they're much it's small town friendly. Like, oh, nice to see you, dearie. Oh, bless your heart. That sort of thing.
The quote from Silver Linings Playbook is, "You say more inappropriate things than appropriate things."
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's Bambi. You love to see it.
Yeah, the place is called the Uphill Climb.
Hill climb.
It's appropriate because we just went up that hill.
Yeah.
They're still up on a hill, actually.
It offers a spectacular view of the lake and frozen docks. The climb serves hot chowder. It's all out of
Chowder.
It's currently running low on beer and spirits because those things would be coming out of Bryn Shander mostly. And because it would have to go, Goodmead's on the other side of Bryn Shander, so things would have to go all through Bryn Shander. The climb, it might explain why. So there's not as many locals. They're like, normally the place is like pretty packed with locals, but because our stores are running low, we're kind of rationing things a little bit. But I wouldn't worry, everything's gonna be fine. The proprietor, a rugged middle-aged human named Rourke, blames Curse Winter. Nah, that's not a thing. None of that's. Yeah, rugged middle-aged man named Rourke serves hot chowder. The secret ingredient is spoiled milk. I don't know if you're aware, you're gonna curdle the cream anyway, right? Like, it's gonna happen.
The cream.
Well, if you do it
to the grave.
properly.
Not if you do it correctly.
Listen,
It's not what those
people
lumps
up
are in
here,
powder.
they, it's cold. They need things. They like seeing things a certain way. So it's a nice sour chowder.
You know what?
It's not chunky though. That's the important part. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a bite to it.
Did you guys remember the show Chowder on Cartoon Network?
No.
It was a wild one.
As long as we don't have to.
It's a crazy one. I'll tell you about it later.
Well, as long
Listen,
as
let me
eating
put it
this
this way:
doesn't
the
make us.
food is hot and it's ready.
Yep,
Excellent.
that's
How much
true.
does it cost us?
I'm ready. Not
For
good.
the 4 of you, probably silver.
Wow.
I'm going to give them 2 silvers.
And they're like, "Oh, thank you very much."
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Well, I think let's
not.
not dilly dally here too much. We'll just sleep and then see what happens in the morning. I guess. Head to the next place.
I am, while we're eating, I would like to pull out the grimoires, one of the Harple books, the grimoires on the Jared Stone, and other stones of power. I want to read more about them. I haven't had a chance to do
power,
that.
right? Well,
I just
Jared's stone wasn't like a stone of power. It ended up being infused the way it was because he jumped into it to close the gate, right?
So it says grimoires, which leads me to believe that there's one on Jared's stone and then one on other
stones. I called it grimoires
of
because I was tired of calling things tomes.
Yes, that's fair. No. It was not the grimoire part. It was the S at the end that led me to believe it was more than one book.
But I like when they're tomes. It makes me feel special.
They're spelled
That's why
different.
he stopped.
It is why I stopped.
It makes my heart happy when I hear it. Like, is that me?
There is mention the other stones of power part would be like, well, there are, obviously different kinds of enchantments you can place on stones. Some stones are better at holding enchantments than others. In certain locations there are, mystical obelisks. More powerful ones tend to be made of obsidian. Also, there is a brief snippet about the ancient Netherese had something they called Mythalar, which were incredibly powerful obelisks that they could make something called quasi-magic items that were magic items that only functioned within the radius of the object, and that's one of the way that's how they powered their floating cities and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty, but we don't know how they did any of that shit.
No. I'm more reading about the radius and the history of it, how far does the stone's power emanate, and does it grow in power as the longer that it's open or that it's being meddled with?
Jared's stone? Specifically, you mean? Because
Right?
Jared's stone was just a portal to hell.
It was just a straight portal to hell.
And it turned to stone when Jared jumped, and then someone else jumped into it later, right? That's
lots of jumpers.
Yeah. And then the structure that exists today was built around it as a holy site to Tempest, because Jared was a cleric of Tempest, right? And then so was the next guy that jumped in to stop it. So what is basically... It's it transferred, where it's Jared Stone was actually a stone circle that stood there, and then once they built stuff around it, that all kind of became Jared Stone. And now that middle part is gone, you're like, well, that's what Jared Stone was. So is Jared Stone now what? Or it's kind of a ship of Theseus. I
was about to say, is this a Theseus situation?
Shouldn't the thing that's now gone be Jared Stone? So there's technically nothing there, but it's one of those things. It's people believe it's magical. It makes it more magical, right? There's probably some side notes in there that are technically devils could open a portal wherever they wanted if they just cast the spell portal, which is a spell that's known, right? People are aware that you could just cast the spell portal.
However, in practice,
but to make it permanent it was would require obviously a lot more work, but because of the history of the place, it might be easier to cast a spell there.
The veil has already been
right. Certain places you'll always find in different books or different theories from mages about how the space between different planes grows thin in certain areas. Why would you find fire elementals in a volcano? Is it because the volcano is a portal to the elemental plane of fire? Or is it easier to create a portal to the plane of fire there? No one has a definitive answer for that sort of thing, but everybody's going to have theories. So Jared Stone's going to be the same way. They're there's, lots of devils showed up here. Maybe it's just sentimentality from the devil who did it the first time. They're I like this portal. I want it back.
Yeah. Are there any other listings of known stone, current at the time of writing stones of power that are in this area?
There are standing stones on the top of Kelvin's cairn, but they're not magical.
They're standing stones, though.
If I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Because when I say standing stones, it might just be his actual cairn. Because I don't think you can go to the top. You can't go to the top of Kelvin's Cairn because I think it's not a volcano. It's a caldera where like it's a collapsed volcano. Kelvin's Cairn is a freestanding 1,000 foot tall mountain, which is, by the way, not very tall. Fronted by a river, about as deep as the mountain was high. The mountain top was always capped with snow and ice, even though through the short summer, the mountain was the only peak within 1,000 miles, even though it appeared as merely a loose pile of boulders. It's called Kelvin's Cairn because a giant named Kelvin
is buried there.
Here piled. Regedman legend held that Tempos defeated the frost giant Kelvin in this spot and gouged the rocks out here and piled them on top of his corpse. Many mining tunnels in the Dwarven Valley had to be collapsed when the army of Akar Kessel attacked in 1356, and it was atop the cairn that Akar Kessel conjured up the fiery magic with Bryn Shander, subsequently melting the ice and snow around him, which caused an avalanche. I think that's pretty well understood now, the whole Bryn Shander thing, where Dritz... We lost Brittany again.
She'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where like Dritz Duerden and the companions of the hall just fucked up this mage and collapsed the crystal tower of Krishal Tirith. So there has been magic here, but it was extrinsic rather than intrinsic. People brought the magic to this area. I don't think there's any...
You can hear again.
Does not hear us?
It's so weird. I tried to play it off for a while, but like 5 minutes passed and I was like, this isn't getting better. We're good, I'm back. Something in, I guess it was Discord. I don't know why, but it was just like...
I feel like Discord's been fucking... Because it crashed for me 3 times while we were recording yesterday. Which was great.
I checked my headphones and everything, and I even listened on the Twitch stream, and I was like, oh, no, it's just Discord to me right now.
I saw you checking things. I was like, oh god, I gotta check things now.
That's fine. I tried to like subtly message you guys, but then I was like, I'm gonna have to go to the Twitch chat. Anyway,
as far as large stones, there aren't any like large stones of power in Icewind Dale, at least in the book. If you root through some of the other stuff, there is a magic crystal that people find from time to time. You guys had some. Sen had some, I think. It's like a black rock that's very enchantable. It's one of the types of rock that holds enchantment a lot better.
Enchantment.
We should have taken it from Sen.
Yeah, we couldn't have known.
Chardolin. That's it. It's Chardolin.
Chardolin.
Just like black. It's like obsidian, basically, but it's...
The only thing you can take from Sen is her name.
His.
I was making a joke.
Okay.
Never met Sen. I wasn't here for that, but...
You met him for a couple, didn't you?
Nope.
No. I was making a Spirited Away joke, but it's okay. I'll back off now. I've been watching too much anime.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Also, like, there's still a lot of mystery to be had in Icewind Dale. This place is not fully
explored.
Yeah. Certain geography. I mean, in your geography book, it might talk about the fact that this place was tropical, like a million years ago.
Wow.
Like, like how Antarctica was like covered in dinosaurs at one time. So was Icewind Dale.
Oh, okay.
So we got to dig for dinosaur bones now.
That's right.
It's our new trade, guys. We're no longer adventurers. Let's go.
Paleontologists now.
Yep. That would be so cool.
I need a dragon claw. Or not,
is this a beholder stock?
Well, Eric, there would be dragon fossils probably because dragons have been around longer than almost any other species.
Then I would carry around the claw and scare little children with it.
The thing is, you could get a living dragon's claw, or maybe a formerly living dragon's, rather than a fossil.
That's fair.
And scare and just be like, dragons are real. We don't have to be like they used to exist. They still exist. Also, dinosaurs still exist here. They live in Chult mostly, and Maztica.
Dinosaurs still exist in the real world. They're just birds now.
That's right, chickens.
Yep.
And lizard people. Okay, so if there's nothing else, I guess we'll sleep and then we'll head to the next town and see if we can get there.
Hobby Lobby.
What?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hobby Lobby wasn't stealing dinosaur bones, but they've been stealing religious relics for a while.
Even stealing shit.
Such a weird thing to do.
Thank you. But no, I appreciate. World. This was. I knew at least one person would get the joke, and I was hoping it was right.
Got it. It made me laugh.
So the following day, there is a light precipitation that kind of goes between, depending on the time. So in the morning, it's a light snowfall, and then as it warms up, it turns to a rain, and then in the evening, it starts turning back to a snowfall, kind of slushy throughout midday. Unpleasant, to say the least. But not, it's a warm-ish day. We're probably talking nice 13 Celsius. So if you wear a sweater, you're gonna have to take it off, and then now I'm cold again. You gotta put your sweater back on.
I leave my boots on, my boots of the winterland.
I mean, they're never not useful, right? It's not like you can't.
It doesn't say that my feet get sweaty when it gets warm.
That's right. Yeah, it does say you stay a particular temperature, doesn't it? Like it protects you from.
No, just that I tolerate temperatures. If I'm wearing heavy clothes, I tolerate temperatures as low as at minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And without any additional protection, I tolerate temperatures as low as minus 50.
That's pretty good. Minus 50 Fahrenheit without having to wear any clothes is pretty impressive.
Additional protection. I think that you still have to wear clothes.
Nope, that's not what it says. It says minus 100 if you're wearing
heavy clothes.
Yeah, like cold weather gear. But what's the difference between a t-shirt and nothing if it's negative 50 Fahrenheit, which I assume is what negative 50 Celsius basically.
I think they meet at negative 40. Yeah.
So you can just wear a pair of boots and winter peg and be fine. So you eat and move on. There's really nothing going on in this town. There's this is not a place of intrigue like Bryn Shander or East Haven. It is not a long journey to Caer Konig. It's actually only 2 hours.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
So
there's nothing else then. Yeah, let's go for it.
You walk up the road north. It's not even lunchtime by the time you get there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I will bring up the map.
And the town is still there when we arrive?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just planning.
We smell danger on the air.
Well, we just saw black smoke as we covered the hill. It would be like, okay, that's not good.
No, Caer Konig is not. All right. A 3-mile long path links Caer Konig to Caer Deneb. You can walk this path in 2 hours. Notice it's not even a road; it's a path. In the winter, mounts and sled dogs can make it through here much quicker, but now is not the time of year where you can really mush, unfortunately.
No, it's too warm.
Yeah. This place is larger and much more comfortable, and provides much more services than Caer Deneb, their rival to the south. Caer Konig today consists of terraced rows of houses that recede from the shore of Lake Dineshire like the tiers of an amphitheater. The harbor is still mostly frozen, its docks skewed and broken by the shifting ice. Buried under the snow on the slopes above the last row of houses are the ruins of the Caer that gave the town its name. A reminder of the people of Caer Konig that nothing lasts in this corner of the world. Normally, there is a ferry that runs between here and East Haven, but since the lake is still mostly frozen, the ferry is not currently. It's currently shut down.
All right. I guess the main thing is if we want to talk to the speaker here and let them fill them in as well. But I think the most important thing is to find out if anybody knows about this undead situation that we're supposed to be looking for in the mountains.
Sure.
So I don't know who we talk to about things like that, but
is there a Temple of Tempest in town, or?
There is no temple here, if I'm mistaken. They have the speaker's house, the ruined Caer, the Northern Light, Hook, Line, and Sinker, and Frozen Far Expeditions, and that's it. This is only 50% bigger than Caer Deneb. There's only 150 people who live here. The speaker of the town is actually a dragonborn.
Ooh.
I mean, play it cool.
Bambi just runs off.
A heavy drinking dragonborn named Torvis.
Torvis.
Torvis. They own a tour bus.
No,
Like
there's
it's
no
on town?
no, there's no buses here. My favorite line here is the only thing that keeps the townsfolk from leaving is the beer at the local tavern, which never seems to run out.
It's valid.
Magic beer.
Good reason.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty poppin' place. Hops and barley. It's a hoppin' place.
Speaker Trovis,
Brutal.
not Torvis. I
Thanks.
a retired adventurer. He won over his fellow townsfolk with brawn and good humor, though he's too blunt to be a good politician, and he drinks too much. So he's right up Bambi's alley.
Excellent.
Nice.
Oh dear, maybe I should talk to this guy.
Trovis or Torvis?
Trovis. Trovus. Yeah. So there's a tavern in town, the Hook, Line, and Sinker. There's an adventuring outfitter at Frozen Far Expeditions, and there's an inn called the Northern Light. Other than that, you could just head straight out to what's it called? Kelvin's Cairn.
Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
good
another thing-
expedition before going there, though.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we've got the right gear, and just in case anyone knows about this lich, or even if anyone recognizes the guy they were looking for, even pass through town, right?
Yeah, Artus Cimber.
Yes. That's a good day.
That is Cimber. He is a
And we have a description of him. He's tall, pale, with brown hair, and he has a special dagger.
Yep.
Yes. Nice. Good notes.
very ranger-like.
So yeah, I'm not really sure who we should talk
You can find
to.
any gear within what was it called? The Frozen Far Expeditions worth 50 gold or less in the town of Caer Konig. Obviously that's gear, that's not magic items.
I think most of us actually do have climbing stuff, so I think we're okay if that ends up happening. But
I do have a potion of climbing. I don't think I have climbing gear, though.
Yeah.
oh really?
I have a climber's
Uh-huh.
kit.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought we all
I
got
know
climber's
somebody
kit.
did. Yeah, I thought we all had climbers kits, but
No.
maybe not. Maybe I don't.
I did not. Although I'm happy to buy one. Yeah.
I think I already have one, so I won't be needing one.
Okay, yeah, it looks like I don't have a climber's kit. Okay, so yeah, I should probably buy a climber's kit just in case.
Should we buy multiple?
No,
Have
like
one for
this is.
yourself, yeah.
Oh, I do have a climber's kit. Never mind. It's just in case. Like we're not planning on climbing the mountain, but we might need to do some climbing, right? So
Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is
I
he
have a
climbing
ton
mountain?
of rope and
Yeah.
other things, so.
While
Yeah.
we're
And a
in
crowbar.
a crowbar. I think I might have
It'd
a
be
crowbar
like
too.
Lara Croft.
I do have a
when
crowbar.
you're in
Some
the
things.
Frozen Far Expeditions, the proprietor says you don't have to climb straight up the mountain. There's a path.
oh really?
Yeah.
Is there a map that we could buy, or could you describe how to
No,
find
no
this
map.
path?
I mean, you'll notice the path. There's yeah. So he goes over. There's a couple of landmarks. Hey guys, free advice. Bruno's Climb is a 15-foot high column of stone that offers a vantage point over Tourmaline and Merdualan, which are in the west.
Ulan.
It is a favorite place of reflection for Bruno Battlehammer, hence its name. It's located
Nice.
4 miles south of Kelvin's Cairn on the east bank of the valley. There's a place called Bruno's Temple. It's where Bruno forged his adopted son's magical hammer.
Wow.
That's tucked up against the southern flank of the mountain space at the northernmost point of the valley.
Yeah.
It's viewed as a sacred place by the dwarves, and many visit the site to forge their own masterwork weapons.
Wow.
There's a place called the Dale Drop, which is the main method of ingress to the valley, because to get inside
Okay.
was a natural switchback at the base of the cairn's south face, is also used by the dwarves as a choke points against attacks from marauding orcs or ragged men. Above the Dwarven Valley on the south face of the cairn is a covered cave entrance that was once an outpost for the dwarves, but has since been overrun or expanded. Giants have used the cave as a fortified lair over the years, but it was known among the 10 towns as the Verbeeg Lair after a famous battle with Bigrins Verbeeg, who were using it as a lair like over 150 years ago or so. Yeah, you don't have to. Most people most people don't climb.
Okay, yeah.
Kelvin's Cairn. Like you can if you want, but it's mostly like rubble. So it's not like climbing a cliff face or anything like that.
All right. What's the best way to approach the dwarves who still live there then? Like just take one of the paths you just described, or
like imagine it like hiking in. Just like there's always going to be paths you'll notice, right? It's like, right. that's the well-worn path. Not to mention game that will, wear paths down.
Right.
Just he's like, if you just follow the natural path, you'll get there. Obviously, it's not big enough for a cart or anything like that. The trade with it, there's not a lot of trade between here and the dwarves. Everything basically goes to Bryn Shander and then splays out from there. And he's like, so why you looking to go to, Calvin's Cairn? Something business with the dwarves or something?
Something like that. Actually, you might be able to help us. One of our compatriots may have passed through here. What did he look like again? He was tall and thin and had a dagger and...
He's tall, pale man.
Brown hair.
Would have brown hair. Would have the look of an adventurer about him.
Yeah, a man came through here not too long ago. Yeah.
How many days would you say? Do you know for sure? We've been trying to find him.
Less than a 10-day.
Oh.
Yeah, excellent. There was another fella. Yeah, he was headed up to Kelvin's Cairn as well. Something about dealing with the rumors going on up there.
Rumors? What rumors?
Another fella?
The one fella, yeah, the one you're talking about, I suppose.
Did you say that there was just one fella? There wasn't another fella that came through?
Just
the one?
I think you and I are talking about the same person, lady.
Excellent.
Like, few people travel here except for hunters, trappers, and young folk with more pride than sense. But not too long ago, about a month ago, there were rumors of Draugr being spotted on the mountainside, and this fella showed up, lickety-split. Less than a 10-day to go, and he was, strapped for battle. What did he say? He said something about a necromancer, that's it, within a crypt or somewhere beneath the mountain, and he was going to go solve it. Whatever that means.
Do you know, did he mention any other place that he would have gone, or anyone else he would have spoken to?
Well, he'd been back a couple of times.
Oh. Okay.
Filthy. Like just covered in viscera. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What kind of viscera?
Like the frozen kind.
Okay.
Yeah. I think 3 times he came back. Just really? Covered in it. Covered in gore.
Did he mention to you anyone else that he might have spoken to, or any other details?
I mean, he told everybody to flee, but where are we gonna go? Go to Caer Dineval? Like, come on. We got good beer here. There's no need to go anywhere.
You got good beer here, and plus, I think that speaker is probably too short to fight anything off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a Dragonborn. We're good. We can handle whatever.
Yeah. By the way, I'm very excited to meet him.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Cool.
Provis. Yeah, he's probably outside the tavern drinking right now, or passed out. Probably passed out. But he could be. He's probably passed out on the lake, and I don't know. By midday, he usually wakes up and then goes to guard the tavern.
I mean, that's an important place. I'm sure it does need a guarding.
It certainly needs to guard its stores, if you know what I mean.
Hey. So you were specifically told to flee Just
Yeah, but
clarifying.
people tell you to flee. You got stuff to do. You got to get up and shine the whatever. And everything in here is like dusty.
I mean, yeah. The story checks out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got to shine the silverware or whatever. We got stuff to do. There's drinking to be done.
Oh boy, is there ever.
Well,
Was there anything else, or?
I think that covers it. We'll go speak to the speaker, but thank you. You've been very helpful. We appreciate it.
No problem. If you folks are all done here, I'm going to lock up shop, head down to the tavern.
Very well, we won't
yeah.
keep you. All right. Well, I guess we'll go try to find the passed out speaker then.
1 second.
Should we go to the bar first? He might be there. Or tavern.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's always a good place to go.
Bless you, says Giraffe.
That was a while ago. Steve sneezed a while ago.
There's a delay on Twitch.
Well, thank you.
I don't think it's that much of a delay.
Maybe it was because I hit my computer and it went doop.
Oh.
I sounded like a sneeze.
Oh no, I sneezed. I just turned my microphone off.
Okay.
That way I wouldn't
I
sneeze
see it.
into people.
Giraffe knows all.
That wasn't fast
Provis
enough.
is currently passed out by the docks, slumped
Great.
over a barrel, frozen, like a barrel full of frozen. You don't know what? Water, maybe?
Fish?
Maybe.
All right. Do we want to wake him up, or do we want to stay the night until the morning and then head out the next day, or how do we want to?
It's probably better to talk to him when he's sober.
Yeah.
Or is it better to talk to him when he's drunk and we get more truth out of him?
Leave it up to you guys. I'm willing to wait until he wakes up, but hopefully nothing happens before then. That's all.
I'm cool with that. Other parties members?
Yeah, sorry. I'm cool with waiting, yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, it makes more sense that you don't want to just rush to the mountain.
It's not super far to Kelvin's Cairn from here.
It's not, but... the
Well,
mountain.
Then we can have
No,
a long
I mean-
rest, right?
Yeah, you've had a long rest.
We already have one.
Oh, okay. Well, what time of day is it now?
Like 10:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, no,
Yeah, I was thinking it was later.
it's the afternoon.
You can
I
probably
thought
make
it was
it,
the afternoon too.
Oh,
you can
okay.
probably make it to Kelvin's Cairn in like 5 hours.
Oh, let's just go,
Do it.
guys. Yeah, let's just do
Let's
it.
do it.
Yeah,
You want to leave a note
Forget
for the speaker and just be like,
Yep.
sure.
Then we can
What do you
start
wanna
off
say?
next session climbing the mountain.
Yeah.
yeah. Just a warning about the
Oh yeah. East Haven, demons, Bryn Shander, surrounded by frost giants. Thought you should know. Love. What are we calling ourselves now?
the Derelict Fellowship.
Oh Jesus. I mean, Kelemvor. All right. Well, we'll
We should call ourselves the DTF.
Kelemvor died for
We're
our
like, what does that
sins.
mean? Down to
DT.
fellowship.
I do like it.
Down to friendship. Down
that better?
to fellowship.
I'd like
DTF.
Gnome Depot better
Because
when
then
we
low
were
key,
actually all
it's Derelict
gnomes.
Fell like DF, but E2F.
Okay. All right.
Tokyo Drift.
We will.
You arrive at the base of Kelvin's Cairn, a squat and lonely mountain standing only about 1,000 feet tall with no other mountains nearby. Even though it's really just you realize now it's like, oh, this is just like a big
Just a
hill.
giant hill. Yeah.
The cairn is craggy, rocky. Apparently it's craggy and rocky. Well, that's really good description. And
Gotta have
covered
both.
year-round with snow.
You guys remember the aggro crag? That's what I'm picturing right now.
The side of the mountain will require climb checks, but it does not require climbing gear.
Okay.
It
Fair
is loose rubble. It's like, oh, sheer cliffs. You could just avoid all that. You're mostly looking for like goat paths and things like that. That would make your life easier to climb up.
Sure.
Prefer iPads, but goat pads sound neat.
Can one of you or whoever is your leader on survival checks, whoever's trained in survival, go ahead and make a survival check.
I know one of us is really good at that.
I only have a +2.
I have a +3. Okay,
I have a
survival.
+1.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess it's me then. All right. I have a +5.
Is that wisdom?
Yeah, it's just a
really
wisdom.
good in the cold.
I
It's
just
wisdom
pay
and
attention to rocks.
That's what it is.
Am I actually trained? Oh, yeah, I might have. 23. Very good.
23.
Gets us training. It's okay.
Artus Cimber's trail grows more obvious the farther you travel across the mountain. The corpses of undead minions lay beneath a light layer of snowfall, a grisly memorial of his first assault on the mountain.
Wow. Okay, he wasn't kidding.
There are inert and motionless frost-rimed corpses buried in the snow all around.
Well, it's my kind of scene.
A trail narrows to a mere 12 inches across as you squeeze between the sheer vertical mountainside and a 50-foot drop below. This is his path. Naturally.
Okay,
this
good.
isn't like to get to where you wanted to go. This is you following this must be his trail because there's a line of undead.
There's bodies everywhere. Yeah. Nice.
The trail continues this way for about 500 feet before the path widens again. So does everybody want to make a dexterity check? And Bambi, being a small creature, has advantage because it is much easier for a small creature to navigate a narrow ledge than it is a normal-sized creature. A human-sized creature. Just straight dexterity.
21.
Ooh, that's really good for Daryl.
17. That was helpful.
Yeah, that's great
To
for
have
me.
advantage.
21.
Ooh. And the monk?
Gonna be good. 16.
Okay.
It's crazy. It should be higher, but here we are.
Obviously, none of you have any issues. You continue along the winding mountain path until you reach.
Hooray!
Yeah,
Yay!
it's just like on a failure. I'm actually reading a thing from a thing from D&D Beyond. An encounter I had if I ever need this, I'm gonna have it. About 300 meters beyond, you encounter a rugged cliff. The path comes to a sudden halt against a rugged cliff face. The cliff is about 50 feet tall and has several obvious handholds. You're gonna need strength athletics checks.
Very chiseled jawline.
If you have a climber's kit, you have advantage. Isn't that
Yay! We're okay.
Yay.
Surprised
Or
we didn't run
Bambi can
into
drink a
single
potion and
mountain
just
goat.
climb up if she likes. That's up to her.
Bambi, I can yeet you.
If even one character gets to the top, they can throw down a rope, granting anyone who climbs up advantage on their checks.
All right. Well, who has the best athletics right now? I only have a +2.
I thought it was me, remember?
I
Didn't
have
climb up
+5.
before?
Really?
Yeah.
+6.
I got a rock.
So the monk can do it.
Rawr.
And I mean, if you have your own climbers, you can use my climbers kit. Like whatever. I mean,
Whatever we want to do. Let me roll.
You can everybody roll at advantage because you're obviously gonna.
Nat 20!
There you go.
nice. Yeah, she gets. To the top first.
this is like the natural terrain of a Goliath, right? This is where they grow up in areas like the snowy, rocky
the-
areas,
Camera's kid over my back. Just kidding.
right?
Okay, well, it's a good thing I rolled 2 die. I got a 20, so on my advantage roll, I got a 1 on the other one, so that was good.
Well done. Whenever I reach the top,
24.
I'll gently toss down.
So I rolled a 3, and then I rolled a
point.
2.
You can tie the rope around you and I'll just pull you up.
The funny thing about this is there's not really a fair okay. Bambi falls near the top.
No.
No, can I catch her?
Well, I will allow you to make a reflex saving throw, but it's going to be very high because Bambi is not at the top, so you have to dive down to catch her.
Do it.
So it's going to be a
Dex?
very dex save dexterity save, and it's going to be very high.
Come on. Fuck. got a natural 1.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no, I didn't. That's a 7. Just kidding. Hold on.
Okay.
I thought that was a 1.
So
Sorry,
you
13.
dive down,
13,
and what
that's
happens
not
is
good.
Bambi's the python just snaps.
Oh.
Probably it was weaker iron and it was cold, and after everybody else already climbed up, and now it's and it just snaps, and Bambi falls 50 feet.
I cast fall on myself as I'm falling.
All right, so Bambi begins to fall and then just drifts slowly.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Good job.
Am I
Good
just hanging out
job.
from a rope since I dove dramatically to try and save you?
I imagine you dove over. What you did is you dove over and you were trying to get like your whole body over and like catch yourself with your toes, and you just dove over and it was just your arm and it wasn't enough reach.
Okay, just
Yeah.
No.
You did like the normal
It's
action
though.
movie thing, but Bambi was
Okay.
another 10 feet down.
she dropped too fast, and I was like, nope.
Yeah. You were probably holding the rope, right? And then the thing snapped and it just started going like sliding through your hands. And you're like, well, that's weird. And like you hold it and the Bambi keeps falling. Bambi, do you want to try again?
Feather
I really
fall.
thought I rolled a
So
1.
good.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Try again.
So that would have been bad. That would 2 of you would have gone over, and then
I mean, I would
Well,
have taken
Featherfall
it.
can target more than one person, though.
well, can she cast it twice though? At the
No,
like,
no.
while falling?
Featherfall automatically auto targets like more
Up
people.
to 6 people.
Oh, really? Oh,
That's
wow.
pretty cool.
That's a
Anytime
great
somebody
spell.
does Featherfall, it makes
It's a
me think of
5
Final
ball.
Fantasy X when Unit like escapes her wedding and she just dives off the side, and like obviously an Aeon catches her, but at the same time it's like she's just like spell time. Oh, it's so good.
I got a 14 this time.
Easy enough.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Pythons are reset and Bambi climbs up. And here's where we'll end. You all make it to the top and recollect your climbing gear and walk around the corner, whatever. I don't know. Some kind of. There's always a
Craggy
corner.
corner.
You know,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
you have to have
Yeah,
the.
we need a
big
dramatic reveal. Yeah.
Right? Like you know, you
Yeah.
play Uncharted and you get to the top, and then it's
Then
still like more cliff, but it's like but on the
Yeah.
other side of the cliff, we're gonna because we gotta
gonna
load
happen.
we gotta load this
Yeah.
before you
yeah.
can see
We're
it.
going to use the third person view
Right.
and just pan around.
Yeah, and it pans around,
And it's lit.
you see a winding mountain path that leads to an ominous, skull-shaped cave,
Oh.
and we'll close on the skull-shaped cave.
Awesome.
Skull shape. Skull's out for summer, guys.
Skulls out for Harambe.
I
I want to see those
R.I.P.
skulls.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, that was fun.
That was
Go
good.
ahead and show me
a thing.
like
Show
my
me what
emote
you've got.
on my Twitch channel is show bones, so maybe it should be show skulls.
Oh.
Skulls. Maybe.
Someone write that down.
Maybe.
That I should be the one that wrote that down.
My character calmed down after freaking out on the mayor last episode. She's like, I'm gonna take a back seat for a day. Rethink my life. I think I did well. Pass without a trace helped.
Yes.
Look at that, we only
That's
rolled
saved
one
us.
d20 last time. We rolled several more this time.
Yeah.
we
No,
rolled
everything
good,
actually went very smooth this time because we only really had the one poor roll, but we did a lot of stuff. So
Technically,
yeah,
that's
we all
only
made her.
for like level 3s, but I'm like, it's a skill challenge for it. I mean, it doesn't matter what
I
level
know.
you are. You can roll. Even at level 3, your skills are basically going to be the same gamut. Where it's like I have +6, I have +4. You know, like
yeah.
big deal. So and someone burned a spell, so that's good.
Yeah.
That means it worked.
Hey. Awesome.
I mean,
Well,
something worked.
thank you everyone for coming to
Awesome.
watch.
Thank you
We'll see you
guys.
later.
Everybody.
The fun and shenanigans.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Someone says shenanigans one more time, I'm gonna pistol whip them.
Love
Wait,
the
Barbara, what's the
shenanigans.
name of that? What's the name of that bar you like? Oh, shenanigans.
Yeah. Shenanigans.
Fusion.
Goodbye.